Hi, TK2 teachers. I just wanted to share with you a few things that you might do, four things, in fact, to try if you have striving readers at this point in your school year. Uh, these are probably not just totally new to you, just some things to go back to. So, the first thing that you might really focus on is snap words. You all know how important they are for our struggling readers. And there are basically two kinds of snap words. You've got the snap words that are decodable. And when you work on those snap words with your students, you can use all of the phonics skills that you've been teaching them all along. So you'll be really familiar with those techniques because you've been teaching phonics. But sometimes we come up against irregular snap words, like the word said. And in that case, you might want to do some mapping of that, some orthographic mapping. And some of you may be familiar with that, and some of you may not. However, it's not difficult. Here's a process that you can use to map the word. All right, so you just start with saying it. Don't have it written out and looking at it yet. Just say it. Said. And then count the sounds. S, eh, d. 3 sounds. Said. Say it again. Then you can use some boxes to isolate the sounds. So you might have these boxes be empty, right? And you can write the letters in them together. S, eh, d. Make a big deal out of how this weird AI makes the eh sound, which sounds like a short E, right? So you say it, said, count the sounds, s, eh, d. Say it again, said. Then use your boxes, s, eh, d. And have them put their fingers under it. Then they can spell, just like you do when you're learning a snap word. And later, they can write it. The letter formation is really important. So working on snap words, focus on those. That can be a great thing for you to do when you've got struggling readers. Another thing that you can do is create some books together using high frequency words, because I am really low tech here today. So this is this is a picture of a Jamboard. But basically what this is a Jamboard. It's got 7 pages, and in the Jamboard there are pictures of animals. That's all there are. And then each one of these snap words that you want to work on with your kids. They could be different snap words, of course, obviously. And you can use these same snap words on every single page. You just duplicate and copy and duplicate, and then change the picture out. And then what you would do together is drag and drop these words to make a sentence. So, and then you could add on the word for cat. I see a cat. This is a cat. Here is a cat. So you can just make these books together using the high frequency words that you really want to focus on with kids. And then you can print them out. I think with Jamboard, you have to just download them into a PDF first, and then you can print them out, and the kids can have them to practice with. So it's a kind of shared writing experience to really zoom in on words that you need them to know, and to give your kids more books to read at that level. You want to get them, move them out. We all know that it's really important to keep moving our students. So one thing that you can do if you want to move your striving readers along is use higher books at a higher level and do it in shared reading so that you can scaffold a little bit more for them. So let's say you have a book. Again, this is done in a Jamboard. All that was done is taking a picture of the cover, and the way that we're going to scaffold this book a little bit is together we're going to come up with some of the vocabulary, and we can model how we would write this ed. So that blend and ed, maybe we write coat here. And these are not words that kids at that, I mean, a B or a C might know, and they might not know SL, but we could do this kind of work with them in a shared reading. You might even start out your shared reading with a warm up of some kind, like maybe just some sight word review, counting the letters and words that you've been working on lately, doing some letter sound practice, just orally, anything like that, doing some rhyming, breaking apart a word, blending and segmenting. So that could be your warm up for your shared reading. And then after you do some shared reading together, even in a harder book like this, after the kids kind of have worked on it with you, then they could do partner reading with this book, this harder book. And eventually they can do it individually. So that's a way for them to just kind of move things along. And then finally, my fourth idea for you for working with kids and trying to move them along is using a decodable text to support the work that you're doing in your classroom, your small group. We know we don't want our kids to have just a diet of decodable text because there's not always very much to talk about and dig into in a text that's decodable, but it is good practice. And if you don't already know about it, Flyleaf Publishing is an awesome website that is free to us. And I'm going to stop this share and share with you the actual website because it is a pretty cool, that's not it. Neither is that. There you go. Okay, so here is Flyleaf Publishing. And when you come to the website, you go here to the free ebook library and click on that. It's extended again through the whole next year, 21-22. And you guys, there's a lot here for you to lean on. Choose instructor, and it'll take you to this portal. And down, as you scroll down, you will see their library of decodable books. So they're very emergent reader series with CVC words right here. I think there are like 12 books. Oops, 8 books, 6 books. And it just gets harder as you go along. Until I use some of these books with my reading groups. If I really wanted to work on R controlled vowels, or I want to work on blends, whatever my students really need, that can be something that is really helpful for me to supplement. And they just get a lot of practice in one book. So friends, those are 4 different things that you might do with your striving readers right now. And any one of them might be helpful to you, I hope, and to your students. Good luck, and let me know if you have any questions.